All right, shalom, boys here. Welcome to the covenant. Well, out just doing a weekly activity run with the children. And let me tell you, man, I don't know if you have a Chuck E. Cheese in your area, but I think it's an awesome place to take children to. They really do love it, and the price point is excellent. I mean, you can't beat it for $12 a month. To be able to go there daily if you wanted to and play a certain amount of games, which is a good time, a half hour, 45 minutes worth of games, and get into their little trampoline area. It is a great steal. It really is a great deal. It's not expensive, and the children, they love it. But, it just got me to thinking as well of the price points of materials today, the cost of jobs, and I'm talking about remodeling jobs, whether it's new home construction or remodeling or repairing an existing structure, whether it's a home or a mobile home, trailer. Doesn't matter because the materials are all the same. Whether it's the subflooring or the 2x4s or the insulation or the sheetrock or the crown or base molding or the tiling or the brick, metal, shingles, all of this stuff is pretty much all the same materials. And this is why it's so important to be able to be on Facebook Marketplace. And I've spoken about the ways in which I go about sourcing materials. And I'll go through it again because it's so important when it comes to, homestead development. And that's one of the pain points that a lot of people deal with when moving out and building. Is like, where you getting the material from? I mean, let me tell you, I just now bought some metal and it was $4 a linear foot. Some copper metal to go into the bathroom that I'm doing. And let me tell you, just prices are just going up more and more and more and more and more. It's just ridiculous. I remember being able to get it for short, on sale for about $3 a linear foot. $2.50 a linear foot. Now it's $4. So these prices, they're not going to go down. They're not. Not only are they not going to go down, they're going to go exponential. And you're going to have to think outside the box in terms of sourcing the materials. And this is why I go about doing what I do. And so I'm just going to go about trying to explain to you or break down how I go about the 4 or 5 ways in which I source materials. First and foremost, as a carpenter, a contractor, I'm doing all of these jobs. So I have access to excess materials, whether it's nails, sheetrock, mud, tape, glue, adhesive, caulk, all of this stuff. There could sometimes be a degree of leftover material which clients don't want to deal with. What I personally do is I always offer clientele, do you want this stuff? And then they look at me and they say, well, what am I going to do with mud and tape? I ain't going to have mud and tape nothing. I ain't going to finish that bag of dry mud or nails or something, because when I'm doing a project, especially a larger project, hey, not only am I ordering the metal for the roof, I'm ordering all of the nails that got to go into that metal roof also. We purchase it by the case, so it could be 5,000 nails in there, and hey, we may use 4,000. but they only sell 5,000. You can't sell it by the stick, or they don't sell it by the stick. Anybody understand what I'm talking about when it comes to cases of nail? You'll understand exactly what I'm saying. So first and foremost, that's how I get a lot of my materials, as well as my sawzalls, my blades. It's typically leftover excess material or tools from a site. If I'm drilling a hole, into a porcelain tile, I want me a nice sharp bit, and I go ahead and I buy that sharp bit, and that's a client expense. That's something that they have to pay for. So that's one way in which I get a lot of material. And boy, I mean, insulation, tearing out old stuff. You'll have insulation that they don't want, or they want new insulation. Well, what do you do with the old insulation? I can go on and on. All this little stuff that you get that is valuable, because hey, this is what you're going to use, and this is what I am actively using. So that's number one. Number two, call carts, Home Depot, Lowe's, discount stores, people that are selling, like, I'll give you a perfect example. You may go to the store and they may have the last stock of a certain amount of tile or a certain kind of tile. And they may have like 5 or 6 cases or 10 or 15 cases of this tile that is gone out of, they've discontinued it. And so I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and I'll buy that tile. You can get it 50, 75% off. I'll go ahead and buy that tile. So these kind of things, it's going to save you a whole lot of money. And there's nothing wrong with the tile. It's just that it's being discontinued. Say, well, why would you want to buy a discontinued tile? Think about it. You go to Lowe's, right? And you put some tile. You see the latest tile that came out, right? And you go ahead and you put it on your wall. That's going to be there for 10, 15 years. You think 10, 15 years or 20 years or 30 years down the line, they're going to have that same tile? No, it's foolish. It doesn't make sense. Go ahead and buy them, or tickle your taste buds towards what's 50% off, what's 75% off. They may have 3 or 4 different kinds of tile. It may be only gray or cream or brown or something like that. It may not necessarily be the exact color that you want, but hey, you work it, you make it work, and you make it happen, and it still looks beautiful. So that's another way, the call cards, 50% off, all of that stuff. You can source this stuff and get some great deals. In addition to that, I've said it again, the third way, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. I'm constantly on these boards looking at tile that's on sale. I just now got 2 windows, $500 worth of windows. If I purchased them retail, I would have spent $500. But being that I bought these 2 36 by 36 Pella vinyl 6 grid windows, they're beautiful. They're great. You know what I'm saying? For replacement windows, you got to put the nails in on the side. It comes with the trim, with the it's all ready to put your siding in. You ain't got to trim it out. I say $400. But if I went and bought it retail, it would have cost me. Sure, I had to look and constantly look and have cash on hand, but $100 is supposed to be $500. That's a great deal. I say $400. Siding, all types of material, anything that you can think of to build a house. I got a whole boatload. I had to take my trailer and get 2x4s. I'm still using them bad boys, man. I ain't see nothing wrong with them. I picked them up. I got them for damn near 70% off, I think I remember. Used that to frame up. I had to reframe up the entire side of my house. Reframe that, put new siding on, put siding on, tape up the seams and everything. I had to do all of that, put the windows in. But hey, man, I saved so much money buying the installation and the 2x4 is fraction of the cost that it cost me. I'm currently now looking for some cement fiberglass siding. And I think I done got a good source out of Nashville. I take the trailer, go out there and pick that stuff up, or run a U-Haul and go ahead and pick that stuff up. Damn good deal. Damn good deal. Much, much less expensive than in Lowe's. But last but not least, the last way in which I go about sourcing materials are antique stores, consignment stores. You'd be surprised what you can find up in there in terms of furniture. I mean, I furnish my own house out of a consignment store. I mean, like nice leather chairs. I mean, it's some good stuff. These people, they be passing on, and they have these estate sales, and they'll sell it all to a consignment store. And this is some good leather. I mean, excellent, beautiful. I mean, real leather sofas and stuff, and real nice chairs and everything. Tables and pictures and all that stuff, man. You know, I'm getting nice pictures for 10, 15 bucks. It all works. It's all there. You can get all this stuff for a fraction of the price if you're willing to go ahead and find the deals. But you got to have that cash, you know what I'm saying? You got to have that cash flow. Anything. All of my wood stoves. As a matter of fact, give away a wood stove because I got an extra wood stove. I don't need it. So I'm going to go ahead and give it away. Go ahead and paint that thing up, repaint that thing up with some black paint, and fix whatever needs to get fixed on. As long as the glass ain't broken, which it isn't, it can go to help someone heat their home. Someone that's in need that you know what I'm saying, that may need a wood stove but don't have a wood stove, and now they can put a wood stove in their home and be nice and toasty, and it ain't gonna cost them a penny. So, you know, all of these kind of things, this is what I do. This is where I source these materials from in order to get the job done. Finding deals, you know what I'm saying? If you don't have enough money, last but not least, the last way is that finding deals. If you can't find any deals anywhere, a particular material that you need, go ahead and buy a little bit at a time. You know, I'm going to be replacing my metal roof with a red one, and I just pick up sheets of material from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Before you know, I'll have all the sheets of material necessary to redo my entire roof. I already have the metal siding. I already have the J-trim. I have all that stuff just put back, and it don't go bad. I can just put it in the pile off to the side of the land, and when I'm ready to install it, I can go ahead and install it. And hey, man, that stuff lasts 30 years, man. So, because we do metal roofs out in the South, or in the Midwest. In the South, the metal roofs are big. But you get 30 years out of that bad. And it's durable and sturdy, and it look good too. But this is what I'm talking about. This is how you go ahead and find the deals, put money in your pocket. The next video I'll talk about is learn how to deal with all this stuff, put it together so that you can build or fix it yourself. So you can save money there too. All right, shalom.